G-Free Foodie, and we're making fruit crisp today. This is one of my favorites. We're doing fresh blueberry. So I've got 6 cups of fresh blueberry here. I'm going to take my tapioca starch. You could use cornstarch if you wanted to, but tapioca starch has a cleaner flavor and it does better at higher temperatures. So I put my tapioca starch in here. Then I'm going to come in here with some lemon juice. And we're going to get this all mixed together, and then this needs to sit for at least 15 minutes. You could actually do this right in your 9x13 pan if you wanted to, but I like to make sure I've got everything all mixed up, and then I get it into the 9x13 pan. So I'll get this into the pan and we'll go on to the next step. So my blueberries and tapioca and lemon juice have been sitting for about 15 minutes. And I've got my oven on 350 because we're just about ready to go with this. So I'm going to set these to the side and make my topping. I've got some gluten-free oats here. Oats don't have gluten themselves, but they're often processed where they process wheat, barley, or rye. So you want to make sure when you're using oats that your oats are gluten-free. You can get them on our website or natural retailers, all kinds of places. I'm going to come in here with some gluten-free flour. This is my favorite. It's from Gluten Free Mama, and we have it on our website, or you can find it lots of other places. You can use whatever your favorite gluten-free flour blend is. However, for baked goods, I always recommend use one that's ground very fine, and don't use chickpea flour. Chickpea flour, in my opinion, is that thing that makes people who are not gluten-free go, what's in this? So that's all I'm saying. You do what you want. I'm going to come in here with a little bit of cinnamon, some salt, and we're going to use xanthan gum, which you can get from us or natural retailers and premium grocery stores. Give this a quick stir all together. Xanthan gums are a binding agent since we don't have any gluten in here. And then I'm going with brown and white sugar. And the thing with brown sugar is back in the day, it used to contain molasses naturally. That's how sugar is. And light had less molasses content than dark. Now, commercially made brown sugar is white sugar with molasses sprayed on it. So, unless your recipe specifically calls for dark or light, just know dark's going to give you a little bit more molasses flavor because they're just spraying it on there with sprayers. Also, on our website, there's a G-Free Foodie guide to natural sweeteners. So if you don't want to use refined sugar in your recipes, you can go on there and that'll help you figure out how you can make a substitution. I'm going to use real butter because unless you're dairy-free, I think you should use real butter on everything, and bacon fat, but again, my opinion. So I'm coming in here with my real butter. I'm going to give this a stir and get this fully incorporated. So this is going to get nice and thick. It's going to have this great, rich, buttery, sweet flavor, and those oats are going to give it a great consistency, and it's going to get nice and crispy on top of our fruit. So we're going to take this, and this doesn't spread really easily. You want to try to get it pretty well across the top of your fruit, but it's not going to spread super easily, so you want to do it in dollops. You could use frozen blueberries, by the way. You could use mixed berries, peach, apple, whatever kind of fruit you want. I often make this with peach and blueberry together. So just whatever you've got, whatever's at the farmer's market. And I'm using fresh blueberry because they're in season and I love them. But again, if you use frozen fruit, it'll work out. Just make sure it's thawed before you start your recipe. Okay, so I'm going into my 350 degree oven with this for about 45 minutes. Yeah. So I baked one of these blueberry crisps in advance so I could show you how good it looks and so I could eat it. You didn't honestly think I was going to show you how to do a recipe and not eat it, especially a blueberry Christmas food. So you can serve this ice cream, soy ice cream, or rice ice cream if you're into it, whipped cream, or just by itself. It's got fruit, it's got oatmeal. Breakfast of champions. Love it. Cheat-free foodie favorite. You gotta try it out. Bye-bye.